It was a stormy night in suburban Atlanta, Georgia. March 16th, 2025, 8:15 p.m. I stood in our cozy family kitchen, the smell of coffee swirling under the soft yellow lights. Then I broke Dad's coffee machine by accident, and the whole night flipped upside down. The air turned heavy when Dad, Mark, burst in, screaming about $200 missing from his savings box. Before I could blink, he shoved me toward the door, his voice drowning out the thunder. "Lena, you stole my $200, didn't you?" For that dumb TikTok nonsense. Mom, Diane, mumbled, "Mark, calm down. Maybe it's a mistake." But he pointed outside and roared, "Get out, Lena! I'm sick of your screw-ups." Rain soaked me as I stumbled away, his words burning. I didn't steal anything. They always see me as the failure next to Ethan. I booked a suite at a 4-star hotel downtown, pulling up my TikTok earnings email. $12,000 this month. Proof I didn't need his lousy $200. But then Ethan texted, "It's no big deal, just a mix-up. Dad's furious, though." His tone felt off, slippery. When I called Mom, her voice was ice. "Lena, you always ruin everything. Don't come back until you apologize." Before I dive deeper into this chaos, drop a comment. Where are you watching from? Ever been blamed for something you didn't do? Like and subscribe to find out who's really behind that missing $200. I'm Lena Carter, 23, and if you're on TikTok, you might know me. 1 million followers, baby. I live in a cramped little apartment in Atlanta, Georgia, dreaming of hitting it big as a singer. I sing, I dance, I make people laugh, and yeah, I'm raking in $8,000 to $13,000 a month from ads, sponsorships, and my Sing Your Truth merch. Not too shabby, right? But my family? They think it's all a big joke, especially compared to my brother Ethan. Take Sunday dinners at my parents' place. Dad, Mark, 52, a mechanic with grease-stained hands, can't stop grinning at Ethan. "My boy, the hero firefighter," he brags, like Ethan's out there saving the world single-handedly. Mom, Diane, 50, a homemaker, hovers over Ethan's plate, piling on extra food like he's still a growing kid. Me? I'm just sitting there trying to get a word in, but it's like I'm a ghost. "Hey, Dad, I hit 1 million followers last week," I say, tossing it out there, hoping for once he'll see me. He barely looks up. "That's nice, Lena. When are you getting a real job?" Boom. Like a punch to the gut. Every time. It's been this way since forever. When I was 12, Dad gave me this beat-up old microphone, chuckling about my silly singing. I loved that thing, until I accidentally broke it. He called me Clumsy Lena, said I can't do anything right. That label stuck like glue. Meanwhile, Ethan, 25, is the golden child, smart, brave, perfect. But he's not. Last year, he borrowed $700 from me and never paid it back. And that Sing Your Truth shirt I gave Mom? He ripped it to shreds right in front of me, smirking, "Lena, your stuff's trash." Mom didn't say a word, just turned away. I've got one person in my corner, Jade Wilson, 24, my childhood bestie and a reporter. She's always telling me I can outshine Ethan, that my TikTok hustle's the real deal. But my family? They're too busy putting Ethan on a pedestal. At BBQs under the big oak tree out back, Dad's all about Ethan's biking skills, how he's so fast, so fearless, while I'm the klutz who fell off and got chewed out. And then there's that time when I was 15. Ethan swiped $50 from Dad's wallet to buy some dumb sneakers and blamed me. I got grounded for a month. He walked away clean. That still burns. So when Dad accused me of stealing $200 the other day, it wasn't just about the cash. It was all those years of being the lesser kid, the one they never trust, the one they think screws up. I feel it. The sting of being second best, the ache of being invisible, the fire in my gut to prove them wrong. I'm not the bad kid they've pegged me for. I'm done swallowing their crap. I'm going to dig up the truth about that $200 and show them who I really am, even if it means tearing this family apart. It was 10 p.m. on March 16th, 2025, and I was dragging my suitcase into a fancy 4-star hotel in downtown Atlanta. My hands were still trembling from the screaming match with Dad. I stepped out onto the balcony, the cool night air hitting my face, and pulled out my phone. The city lights stretched out below me, all bright and unbothered, while I felt like a total mess. I hit record on TikTok. So, guess who got kicked out over $200? But I'm still shining, y'all. Sing your truth. I posted it, half expecting it to flop like my mood. But by the next morning, 1.5 million views in 24 hours. My fans were losing it in the comments. Lena, $200? Girl, you could buy Atlanta with your TikTok money. And who needs family when you've got us? I scrolled through trying to laugh, but it wouldn't stick. Dad's voice kept echoing in my head. You took it, didn't you? Over $200. It stung like hell. As I'd stormed out of the house earlier, I caught Ethan muttering into his phone in the shadowy corner of the living room. I've had enough. Let's keep this going tonight. His tone was all hushed and creepy, like some secret agent crap. It stopped me dead in my tracks, my skin prickling. What was he plotting? That call stuck to me like gum on a shoe. I FaceTimed Jade from the hotel, my voice all wobbly. Jade, I overheard Ethan on the phone saying, "Let's keep this going." It felt so off. Do you think it's about the $200? Jade leaned into the camera, her brows scrunched. That's shady as hell. He still owes you $700, right? Maybe he's tangled up with someone sketchy. Then Mom texted me out of nowhere. Lena, don't blame your brother. Ethan stressed. Don't make this a big deal. I stared at my phone, my blood boiling. She always takes his side, like I'm the drama queen here. Was she covering for him? I couldn't shake it. Later, I checked my TikTok emails and nearly choked. At 6 p.m. that day, my account had posted some random ad for an online betting site. Because of it, I lost a $12,000 cosmetics deal I'd been hyping for weeks. I dug into the logs, and my jaw hit the floor. Ethan had used my old password from when I was 18 to hack me. He screwed me over. Jade sent me a link to the neighbor's security footage. A hoodie-wearing figure lurking by Dad's money box at 7 p.m., rocking the exact basketball sneakers I'd gifted Ethan for his last birthday. My stomach twisted into knots. Memories flooded back. Ethan teaching me to ride a bike under the oak tree, promising he'd always have my back. But then there was that time he pinned a missing $50 on me when I was 15, smirking while I got grounded. I texted him, hands shaking, "Did you take the $200 and hack my TikTok?" His reply popped up fast, cold as ice. "Lena, don't be crazy. It's just a misunderstanding." That was it. That flimsy excuse lit a fire in me. I wasn't buying it anymore. I'd dig until I hit the truth, even if it ripped everything apart. I'm sitting here, staring out at the rain streaking down the hotel window, the Atlanta skyline blurred in the distance. It's quiet, but my head's loud. Stuck 7 years back, when I was 16. Back then, my bedroom was my whole world. Posters of my favorite singers, Billie Eilish, Ariana Grande, covered the walls, their faces staring down at me like they were cheering me on. That room was my hideout, the one place I could dream about being someone bigger than the girl my dad saw. One day, I messed up. I'd been saving for a cheap mic and headphones, something to record my singing to make it feel real. But I didn't have enough, so I snuck $100 from Dad's wallet. I thought he wouldn't notice, but he did. He always did. I still remember him standing in my doorway, arms crossed, his voice low but sharp. "Lena, what did you buy with that money? More singing junk?" he said, his eyes narrowing. I couldn't look at him. "I'm sorry, Dad," I mumbled, my face burning. "I just want to sing." He didn't even raise his voice, but his words cut deeper than any yell. "Singing won't feed you, Lena. It's useless." Then he made me scrub the garage for a month to teach me a lesson. Useless. That word clung to me, heavy and cold, like it was tattooed on my skin. Now I'm 23, and TikTok's flipped everything upside down. It started when I was 19, just messing around, posting videos of me singing and dancing in my cramped little room. Then, one night, I uploaded a cover of Billie Eilish's Bad Guy. I didn't think much of it, but it exploded. 300,000 followers in 2 months. Now I've got 1 million, and I'm making $8,000 to $13,000 a month. Ads from fashion brands, makeup collabs, my Sing Your Truth merch. It's all paying off. I've got my own apartment, $40,000 in the bank, and freedom I never thought I'd have. But when I go home, it's like none of it matters. There was a moment I almost lost myself, though. A big TikToker reached out, promising to skyrocket my fame. I thought it was my shot, but he pushed me to do stuff that felt wrong. Over the top, fake, not me. I walked away, built my brand solo. It was scary, but it worked. Still, every time I see Dad, I'm that 16-year-old again, apologizing for wanting more. I lean my forehead against the cool glass and mutter to myself. Dad thinks TikTok's a joke, but it pays my rent, buys my groceries, gives me a life. I'm not the kid who stole that $100 anymore, but he'll never see it. My throat tightens. All I've ever wanted is for him to be proud, but maybe that's the one dream I can't make come true. On March 18th, 2025, I met Jade at this little cafe in Atlanta, my nerves already shot from everything swirling in my head. I slid my phone across the table and hit play on the security footage. There it was, a hooded figure creeping around our family's money box on March 16th, rocking the basketball sneakers I'd gotten Ethan for his birthday. My stomach dropped. Jade squinted at the screen, then looked up at me. "Lena, this is sketchy as hell. Ethan's been off about your TikTok thing forever. Didn't he rip up that Sing Your Truth shirt you gave your mom? And he still owes you $700, right?" I nodded, biting my lip. "Yeah, and there's more. Last year, he posted this Instagram story, some creative video idea that was exactly like a TikTok concept I'd shared with him. My fans flipped out, thinking I'd ripped him off. I had to fight to prove it was mine." Jade raised an eyebrow. "He's jealous, girl. Bet he's trying to mess with you." Her words hit hard. Ethan and I used to be tight, but now, it's like every follower I gain pushes him further away. I couldn't stop replaying that night I overheard him on the phone, whispering, "Let's keep this going tonight." What was this? Later, back at my parents' place, I turned into some paranoid sleuth. I dug through the garage trash and found a crumpled receipt, $600 on a basketball bet, Ethan's name right there, dated March 14th. My hands shook. Gambling? Was he that desperate? Jade had already traced the number he'd called that night. It led to Mr. K, some shady loan shark in Atlanta. Then this memory hit me. Back in 2015, Mom mentioning Mia Larson, her old bank coworker. Dad had testified against her for stealing data, and when she got fired, she'd snarled, "The Carters will pay." I'd brushed it off as drama, but now? That night, while Mom slept, I grabbed her phone. My heart was hammering as I scrolled. Then I saw it, a message to Mia. "Thanks for helping Ethan. I don't want Lena to know." Helping him how? What the hell was going on? The next morning, I couldn't hold it in. I called Mom, voice shaky. "Ethan's in debt from gambling, isn't he? And what's Mia got to do with it?" She cut me off fast. "Lena, stay out of it. You've upset your father enough." Her sharpness stung, but it lit a fire in me. I dug deeper, logging into her old iCloud. There it was, $2,000 from Mia on March 15th. Then the real kicker. Mom had used $500 I'd sent her last year, money I thought was for groceries, to cover Ethan's mess. My own mom, lying to my face. I wasn't done. I slipped into Dad's study, cracked his safe, and found his diary. His words gutted me. "Diane's hiding Ethan's $5,000 debt from me. Mia gave her the money, but only if they push Lena out. I'm scared Mia's going to hurt her." My family was selling me out. Mia was pulling the strings, and they were letting her. That night, I had this nightmare. Mom and Ethan under the oak tree, tearing up my Sing Your Truth merch, whispering, "Lena, you've lost." I woke up soaked in sweat, my phone buzzing. An email from Shadow95. "Your TikTok's a light, but your family wants it snuffed out. Check Ethan's room for the letter." I waited till the house was empty, then snuck into his room. Under the mattress, I found it. A letter from Mia. "Ethan, sabotage Lena's TikTok, and I'll erase your $5,000 debt." My hands wouldn't stop trembling. My brother, my own blood, traded me for cash. That was it. I couldn't keep pretending. I grabbed my phone and called a family meeting, my voice steady even though I was breaking inside. Whatever happened next, I was done being the one in the dark. It was time to face them all. It's 7 p.m. on March 19th, 2025, and I step into the Carter house, the air so thick it's like wading through molasses. Mom's slumped on the couch, eyes puffy and red. Dad's gripping a wrench like it's his lifeline, his jaw tight. Ethan's leaning against the wall, arms crossed, glaring at me like I'm the enemy. Jade's right beside me, her steady presence keeping me from bolting. I slam my laptop onto the coffee table, my hands shaking. Someone took $200 from Dad's tin. My TikTok got hacked, and I lost a $12,000 deal. Who did it? Mom's jaw drops. TikTok makes that much? Why do you care about $200? Dad mutters, "You're actually earning real money? Why didn't you say?" Their surprise stings, like they never believed I could do anything right. I don't waste time. I pull up the neighbor's security footage. A hooded figure by the money box, wearing Ethan's basketball sneakers. "Explain this," I say, staring him down. Ethan explodes. "You're crazy, Lena. I didn't touch it." But his face is too pale, too twitchy. I open my TikTok logs next. "You hacked my account at 6 p.m. on the 16th. He freezes, then crumbles. "Okay, fine. I took the $200 to pay off a gambling debt, and I sold that ad on your TikTok. Mia told me to." "Mia?" My head spins. Mom jumps in, voice desperate. "Don't blame Ethan, Lena. He's in trouble." But I'm not done. I hold up Dad's diary, my voice cracking. "Mom, you knew Ethan owed $5,000. Why hide it?" She sobs, collapsing into the couch. "I had to save him from Mr. K." Dad slams the table, his wrench clattering. "Diane, you kept this from me. And used Lena's $500 to bail him out? My eyes burn. You took my money to save him, then let Dad think I stole $200? I choke out. Jade hands me her phone, showing Mom's text to Mia. Thanks for the $2,000. I'll keep Lena out of it. I shove it in Mom's face. What's this? She falls to her knees, wailing. Mia forced me, Lena. She wanted to tear us apart. Dad's voice drops, heavy. I took $1,000 from Mia back in 2015 to drop a lawsuit against her. Never thought she'd come back to destroy us? My chest tightens. Betrayal stacked on betrayal. Ethan's staring at the floor, Mom's crying, Dad's shaking his head, and I'm standing there wondering how my family became this mess of lies. The air in the Carter house was thick, like you could choke on it. Ethan hit the floor, knees first, hands clasped tight. Lena, please, he begged, voice all shaky and raw. I was jealous of your TikTok. Mia said if I screwed you over, she'd wipe my $5,000 debt. Tears rolled down his cheeks, but I wasn't buying it, not yet. I stood there, my heart hammering, tears burning my eyes. You sold me out for $5,000? I choked out, fury and hurt clawing at my throat. And you stole my TikTok idea too? I whipped out my phone, pulled up his Instagram, and shoved it in his face. You posted that Sing Your Truth ripoff last year, Ethan. I nearly lost 100K followers because everyone thought I copied you. It felt like a punch to the gut, finding out my own brother could stab me that deep. Ethan stammered, I didn't mean, but I cut him off. Don't even try. My voice was ice now, but inside I was falling apart. Mom was a mess, sobbing into her hands. Lena, I'm so sorry. I was scared we'd lose Ethan. Dad exploded, slamming his fist on the table so hard the coffee mugs rattled. Diane, you let Mia manipulate us? I testified against her in 2015, and she swore she'd make me pay. I grabbed my phone again, hands shaking so bad I almost dropped it, and opened an email from Shadow95. The words hit like a slap. Lena, your family chose Ethan, but I want them to lose everything. Mia. She'd been pulling strings, twisting Mom and Ethan into knots, all to get revenge on Dad for that 2015 fallout. My stomach turned. Then I remembered Dad's diary. I snatched it from the table, flipping pages till I found it. I think Mia set up the $200 theft to drive Lena and Ethan apart. I'm going to confront her in Times Square. Clipped inside was a train ticket. Mia, Times Square, March 20th, 2025. Dad had been planning this behind my back, trying to shield me. My head spun. How long had he known? I stormed to the safe, yanked it open, and found more secrets staring back. A letter in Ethan's scrawl. Mia threatened to tell my boss about the gambling if I didn't ruin Lena. Then, an old photo, Mom, Dad, Ethan, grinning under the oak tree. I was cut out, just a jagged hole where I should have been. My breath caught, chest caving in. They'd always picked him. Always. My phone buzzed, and there it was, another Shadow95 message. Lena, come to Times Square, or your family pays forever. I clutched Dad's ticket, my heart in pieces. Mia wasn't just manipulating them. She'd turned my family against me long before I even knew. I had to go. Alone. So, it's March 20th, 2025, and I'm in this dingy hotel room, my heart pounding like a drum. I just hit publish on a YouTube video spilling everything. The $200 that started it all, the TikTok hack, Mia playing me like a damn fiddle. I didn't sleep that night, just watched the views tick up. By morning, it's at 20 million. My TikTok's exploding, 800,000 new followers overnight, and I'm pulling in $30,000 a month. Insane, right? But it didn't feel good. It felt like I'd cracked my chest open and let the world poke at the pieces. Then the FBI gets involved. They're digging into Mia, and turns out she's knee-deep in some shady betting ring with this guy, Mr. K. Meanwhile, Ethan's life's falling apart. Suspended from the fire department, checked into a hospital after losing it. He sends me this shaky little letter. "Lena, I messed up. Don't hate me." I read it over and over, crying until my eyes burned. Then I wired him $5,000 to clear his debt and blocked him. It wasn't about him anymore. I was done carrying his weight. Mia? She's gone. Poof. FBI's got a warrant out, but she's a ghost. All she left was this creepy text. "Times Square is destiny, Lena." I still don't know what the hell that means. One day, I'm back at the house, cracking Dad's safe for old time's sake, and there's this letter from Mom. "Lena, you're my pride. I was wrong to choose Ethan." I sat there on the floor sobbing, clutching it like it could fix something. But I didn't call her. The hurt's carved too deep, like someone took a knife to my trust and kept twisting. Dad tracks me down at this coffee shop in Atlanta. He slides a shiny new microphone across the table and says, "Your TikTok's a light, Lena. I was wrong." His eyes are wet, and I hug him so tight I can feel his heartbeat. But when he asks me to come home, I freeze. I'd seen the photo album in the safe, me sliced out of the family pic under the oak tree. That wasn't an accident. I couldn't go back. So I left a note on their porch. "I forgive you, but I choose me." Walking away felt like shedding a skin I'd outgrown. Now I'm Iris. Yeah, I ditched Lena and started fresh. I opened a singing studio in Atlanta, stuck a burning oak tree logo on it, my middle finger to betrayal. My blog, Truth Under the Oak, blew up, 150,000 readers eating up my stories about breaking free. Then, out of nowhere, this video hits my inbox from Shadow95. It's Mia, standing in Times Square, holding my Sing Your Truth merch, smirking into the camera. "Lena, you won." My blood ran cold. That night, I dreamed the oak tree was on fire, Mom and Ethan screaming for me to stay, but I just kept walking. I woke up gripping a train ticket to New York, sweat soaking my sheets. Do I go? Face Mia, dig up whatever's left of this nightmare? Or do I let it all stay buried? The wind's howling outside my window, but it's not telling me a damn thing. Maybe it's up to me to decide.